went over and killed all the firstborn. It hammered Egypt, had instruction and limits and boundaries. Because there's some houses he couldn't enter. Why? Just because of the blood of the Lamb. Here, we've got 70 men. We don't have any. We have 70 men that have a name tag on them. The time frame, the starting point from Gad to Beersheba, or from Dan to Beersheba, all across Israel, this thing started coming down. It hit them fast. I don't feel very good, you know. I don't know, you know. But it was quick. It was ugly. And it was causing a lot of wailing. Like, no! The head of the home. 70,000 men. 70,000. That's affecting 70,000 families, plus kids, plus wives, plus the whole gambit. There was probably nobody in all of Israel that didn't know somebody that knew somebody at least. How many people do you know got COVID? Bring it on around, you know? What a plague. It's just an accident. God's judgment always comes down. I don't get it. You don't get it. But we know that God is in control of it all. He's in control here. 70,000 men are going down. But here's the thing. God's intent was 3 days of this until the appointed time. And here's the other part. You know, God hears the prayers of men. And God, in many respects, even in his situation, as this thing is happening, and as this thing is spreading, the 15th, the Lord sent a plague upon Israel from the morning till the appointed time, from Dan to Beersheba. 70,000 men of the people died. And when the angel stretched out his hand over Jerusalem to destroy it, we see this thing on the move. I don't know if it started here, here, and here, and then spread, but it is on the move. We have the visual of that. And when this thing's hitting Jerusalem, and it hit fast, and I don't know the specifics of it, but it took them down and took them out, and it was a pestilence. It was a plague. And when it hits Jerusalem and people start tipping over there, and when the angel stretched out his hand over Jerusalem to destroy it, the Lord relented from the destruction and said to the angel who was destroying the people, enough. Now restrain your hand. God can do that. It's pretty big. The limits that he put there. The Lord relented. The Lord had mercy. The Lord saw all the judgment that was coming down and said to the angel that was destroying the people, it's enough. Now restrain your hand. It's like a just absolute freeze frame. David's sin spread nationally like a plague. It infected many. It infected many with willful pride. It infected many with I can be independent of God. I don't need him that much. It affected many in these ways, because when we read what that is, that in the time frame, as just the word that David said, this iniquity, and we studied that last week, iniquity, perversity, depravity, this is where pride at the end of the day would take them. This is where pride at the end of the day will take you. When you draw away from God, with walking in the boundaries and the relationship you had, when you pull back, you're opening yourself up to this stuff. Because when it's mature, pride will take you in some horrible places. I can handle this. This is not that bad. I know that this is where it takes you. This is bigger than just, I'm all that. It's bigger than, no, I can handle this sin. I know it's not right, but it's not going to hurt me that bad. I don't need to turn it over to God 100%. It's His for 90%. No, I'll go 99% and I won't get any worse than that. When you walk away, when you think, I can do this outside of God, I'm not going to walk away totally and run, but it's a gradualism. It always is. Our walk with the Lord is a gradualism. It just is. And as we realize this is what David, the alarm bells rang and this big cat force heading his way, and he's going, oh no. He saw the depth of what he had done because he saw it in himself. And in that, he's like, this thing is spread like a plague. And I believe in many respects, God's given them a perfect illustration of what happened to them as a people. It could have morphed into a national crisis. If this went on, it could have morphed into a national crisis that could have destroyed them. Iniquity, perversity, depravity, all from independent pride. 9 months, 20 days of this thing spreading. And what it's been said, kind of, some of the folks that have kind of given this a time frame, they think this is about 9 hours of plague.